My garbage person of the week is someone who I would prefer generally to not speak about twice in one day, but it's Kyrsten Sinema. And not even for, like, she could end up in the garbage for all of the filibuster stuff that we talked about earlier. That's not the reason. The reason was revealed by Amy Siskind on Twitter, who had a little thread and revealed some stuff about Kyrsten Sinema. She says, first, and this likely isn't breaking news to anyone, Sinema has a highly overinflated ego. This is based on her talking to people in Sinema's orbit. She believes since she has been able to work her way up and accumulate so many academic degrees in a short time, she is a true superstar, head and shoulders above intellectually. To Sinema, as many of us suspected, her term in the US Senate, she believes, is just a stopping ground for her next step. And do you feel that like shiver run up your spine? She doesn't assume she will need to be reelected. This is somewhat something I imagined, but assumed it would be a consultant or something of that variety. We've talked about that possibility before. Sinema believes she will be running for president in 2024, I am told. This self-styled bipartisanship she believes she speaks for will be her brand to run as the candidate in the middle, not far left or far right. She has convinced herself this is her calling, and she has it. And this calls back early reports from last October that she tells friends she's overqualified to be president of the United States. She apparently really does believe this and has kept up conversations with the few people that will remain on speaking terms with her, that she thinks it's a slam dunk. She's gonna run for and become president in 2024. That is such disconnected, totally lacking in ability to self-analyze garbage. Like, you belong in here just because you are so disconnected from what is going on. Brett, how could she possibly think? That's my response to her bid for president, by the way. How could she possibly think she would win a Democratic primary or a Republican primary?
She has told herself she can do anything, and so she can, John. Like, she's one of the most hated figures in politics right now. How does she think she'll be the most popular?
Arizona Public Opinion Pulse did a poll. 72% of Arizona Democratic voters want a Democrat other than Sinema as their US Senator. Only 26% say they would prefer Sinema. She is wildly unpopular. What is her base? There's no base. Right doesn't want her. By the way, to give you an idea of how deluded she is, beyond just the president thing, Sinema believes MAGA elected officials will reject partisanship when they are given a choice of her or Trump. She thinks like people are gonna be like in elected officials taking off their red hat to support her purple wig or whatever. How deluded could you possibly be to think that they're gonna turn for you of all people?
The thing to focus
and she's
on,
dragging us down.
Whose definition of moderate wins? The one that says that you should represent most people if you're moderate, or the one that says that you should be strategically positioned between the left wing of the Senate and the right wing of the Senate.
Yeah.
And this, we're not looking for popularity as a senator within the Senate. We're looking for who most people would vote for. And she's trying to triangulate and to be the center of all politicians. Most people hate politicians. Yeah. Try being the center of the country, which wants lower Medicare drug prices through negotiations, which wants a $15 an hour minimum wage, which wants so many things that these senators are wildly against.
I agree. Yeah, and the country will be wildly against her. Well, those are our garbage people. Your garbage person, as a result of 38,000 votes this week, coming at number 5 with 3% of the vote, is Sarah Palin for her bizarre rant on AOC and the left pounding sex into people's heads. I still don't get it. Number 4, 6% of the vote, is Christopher Key for promoting urine therapy to cure COVID. Ugh. Number 3 with 14% of the vote, Novak Djokovic for endangering others while COVID positive. Number 2, Ted Cruz can't even win this, 18% for making us all side with Tucker Carlson when he was so weak as hell. Number 1, your garbage person of the week, chosen by the community, 59% of the vote, is Rand Paul for fundraising off of attacking Dr. Fauci. And again, I would not have predicted that you would have chosen that, but I defer to your judgment. Thank you to the 38,000 of you who voted. A lot of people voting this week.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.